Hey everyone, welcome back to the Midwest Stitches YouTube channel. My name is Danielle and this is my channel all about crafting. This is episode 42. Today is Saturday, February 10th, 2024, and we have some finished objects and a couple of whips to talk about today, and just one piece of mail. You can find me on Instagram at midwest.stitches or on my website at midweststitches.com or on Ravelry at midweststitches. And on my website right now, I do have some of the Valentine's bags up for made to order. And there are, I think, at least 4 prints up there. If you go check that out, I've got pictures of all the fabric, the combos that are offered for that. And usually they are made and shipped out within a week or two. So, and make sure you read the description for all the details for different options. Okay, so let's jump right in to finished objects. I have 2 to show you today. The first one is a pair of socks. I was working on these last time. I have both of them. I finished my How Time Flies socks. This is the January 2024 Yarnable colorway. And I knit these on a 2mm needle, 64 stitches, 8 rounds for the cuff, 8 rounds for the cuff, 4 rounds for the leg for these ones. And heel, flap, and gusset as usual, at least for right now. So there's those, happy to have those done. And my next finished object is one you will have seen if you follow me on social media. I finished my wallop cowl. Here it is, all done. Both sides. So this, I loosely followed the wallop cowl Advent wallop cowl pattern, but I just did plain stockinette for all of my sections. And yeah, I can wrap this about 3 times, 2 to 3 times snugly around my neck. I did not block this yet, and I probably won't, at least for the time being, because it's very warm here right now, unseasonably for February, so I don't have a need to wear this right now. And here's where I joined. This is right here, this right there is the join. This gave me a lot of practice in Kitchener stitch, because I'd never done this much before. I normally don't Kitchener my toes. I use the Finchley graft if you're new here, and it is so much easier than the Kitchener, but this was really good practice for that. So I did it. I didn't drop any stitches. I feel very good about that and so proud of myself for being able to do that and not mess it up. So there is that. Oh, and almost forgot to mention the yarn. Oh, goodness. The yarn I used for this was a mini skein set from Molly Klein Design. It had 6 minis in it, and the cream color is Lily of the Valley from Breaking Yarn. So that is finally done. Very happy about that, because I started this in November. So it took me about not quite 2 months to finish. Or no, it did. It took me about 2.5 months to finish. I did have some leftovers of my mini skein set from Molly Klein Design. These are all about 3 grams each, so these are just going to go in my scrap bin, and maybe these will be some of the ones that I use in my homemade advent calendar this year. I actually have one other finished object, a sewing finished object. I was playing around with my scraps yesterday. For some reason, I got the bug to make this. I made a mug rug with some leftovers. And this fabric is from the bags I made for the Crazy Sock Ladies Summer Sock Camp 2022. And I used the same fabric for the back that was in those bags. And then I just had some light gray that I did the binding with. So there's that. Okay, now works in progress. I have a new sock cast on I believe I showed you the yarn either last time or the previous episode before that. But I finished one of the socks. This is called Sugar Rush by Stitchin' with Yarn on Etsy. And it is so bright and fun as it looks. I love this so much, especially right now, this time of year. Things are kind of just blah outside with, you know, everything's just brown and dead and dormant. And so it's nice to have this bit of color to cheer me up. So there's that one finished. And I do have the second one started. So I'm through the gusset decreases on this. And this will probably be done by tomorrow. So you'll definitely see the finished pair on the next episode. And I want to show you progress or an update on my jelly roll blanket. So for my jelly roll blanket, I am using my Signature Straights 3.5 millimeter. I'm using the 7-inch, and these have the bell tip on them. And I'm still on the second strip, but I have made some progress. So, oh, this is kind of hard to show with this needle in here. So we've gotten this much done. There we go. I'm not quite halfway. I think I have like another 10 grams to go before I'm at the halfway mark for the skein. So this is my Zebra Yarns DK Jelly Roll Blanket, and I'm using all of my Zebra yarns that I have. I have like 7, 8 skeins, something like that, to include some mini skeins in there that will get included in this. And I'm just holding it double for a DK weight gauge. And my strips are 20. I cast on 20 for them. And I will have the tutorial I talked about linked down in the description box that shows you the method I use to join the strips. If you are having trouble with joining your strips, starting and joining a new strip, it walks you through the whole process. It is not my tutorial, it's an old one, but it is very, very good, very amazing. And it is very, very helpful. So there's all of my projects, and I have one piece of mail that I want to show you, and then I want to show you my February plan. Okay. My one piece of mail is from Stitchin' with Yarn. Here's her label. And this is her color called Hints of Spring. I saw this on her Instagram, and I commented on it and asked if I could buy 50 grams. And there it is. And she very graciously gifted this to me. So thank you so much, Christy, for that. And these will be on my March plans. So love that. It's if you want to see what this looks like knit up, go look at her Instagram. She has a sample sock, and I think hers has a contrasting mini for the heels, toes, and cuffs. It's so beautiful. So there's the only piece of mail that I have, keeping it minimal this year, as I've previously talked about. So my February plans, besides the Sugar Rush socks, those are my first cast on for this month. My next one after that will be this color. This is called Cherry Cordial, and this is from Yarnable from a couple of years ago. I'd already made, last year, you might remember I made a pair of socks for a friend out of this as a gift, and I had 50 grams left. So now it's time for my socks. So this will be my next cast on. And then after that, I will be casting on this yarn. It's called Vintage Valentine from Daisy Stitch Co. And this is from that sock set box from last February, which has been, the sock set box has been discontinued. But she still, I think she has this colorway out for sale right now. And this one did come with 2 minis, but I don't think I'm going to use these. I think I've decided just to do the main color by itself, just because I really like the colors in there and the variegation. So we'll see. This will be on that list as well. I didn't have that much to talk about today. My episodes will probably end up being on the shorter side. This is almost 3 weeks later, and that's all I have to talk about because I really spent a good chunk of last week, almost all of last week, working on my cowl. Like, I was just trying to power through and really get it done, and it was something I really, really wanted to finish. So I did that, and that's the only thing I worked on. So that's why there's not a lot to show this time around. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you aren't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos that I post, and keep up to date with all of my projects. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!